Standard hospitality systems globally operate on a reactive loop. You ring a bell, make a request, and then service is triggered. This logic relies on a clear signal from the guest. The provider waits for a vocalized need to be expressed before they begin to supply a solution. This model structures the interaction as a sequence of distinct tasks. Each request is a separate problem to be solved, turning the guest-host relationship into a series of isolated exchanges. Success in this environment is measured by accuracy. If every vocalized demand on the checklist is fulfilled without error, the service is considered perfect. When a traveler arrives at a traditional Japanese Ryokan, they usually bring these reactive expectations with them. They expect to be the ones who define what they need. However, the moment they enter their room, they find that the cycle of request and fulfill has already been broken. The host has already acted. This illustration captures the specific evidence of that prior action. The tea is already steeping on the table, the guest's shoes have been turned and aligned toward the exit, and a seasonal flower has been placed to catch the light. The traveler hasn't said they were thirsty or tired, yet the environment has been adjusted to address those specific physical states before the traveler even sat down. This raises a technical question about the host's process. How do they gather information about a guest's needs when the guest hasn't spoken a single word? This is Omotenashi. It is a philosophy that replaces the verbal request with a high-level system of nonverbal observation and preemptive action. Instead of waiting for a guest to speak, the host monitors a constant stream of sensory data to build a real-time map of the guest's comfort. A host processes 3 categories: micro-expressions, the environment, and body language. Tracking body language, they spot tension or unconscious arm rubbing signaling a draft. Simultaneously, as temperature dips, they prepare a response before the guest registers it. In this system, these silent physical cues are treated with the same urgency and importance as a direct spoken command. Imagine the traveler sitting in the darkening room. They are beginning to feel a chill, but they haven't yet reached the point where they would think to ask for a blanket. Here, the host intervenes. They provide a blanket and adjust the temperature in one smooth, quiet motion, ensuring the guest's relaxation remains uninterrupted. The goal is to remain invisible. By acting before the guest has to ask, the host ensures the guest never feels the social obligation of being served or the friction of making a request. The traveler realizes they have been cared for without having to exert any effort. Their comfort was maintained through someone else's silent vigilance. This approach removes the emotional work of hospitality from the guest. It allows them to simply exist in a space where their needs are met automatically. The next morning, as the traveler prepares to depart, they exchange a deep, respectful bow. This final gesture reflects a stay where the host's careful attention was focused entirely on the guest's silent well-being. The traveler leaves with the memory of being understood without needing to explain themselves. They experienced how a host's quiet observations can completely remove the small stresses of daily life. This practice of reading the air is a skill that changes how we view our interactions, whether in a hotel, a bustling workplace, or at home. It suggests that one of the most effective ways to support someone is through hyper-present observation, watching for the needs they haven't yet found the words to express. This is the true core of the Japanese hospitality tradition. It is the practice of constant, silent